In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on January 26, 2023 and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Utah versus Oregon State. The Utah Utes and Oregon State Beavers will take the court on Thursday at Gill Coliseum. Utah, 14-7 straight up and 12-9 against the spread, beat Washington 86-61 on Saturday. The Utes are 2-3 in their past 5 and 7-3 in Pac-12 play this season. Oregon State, 8-12 straight up and 10-9 against the spread, defeated Cal 68-48 on Sunday. The Beavers are 1-4 in their past 5 and 2-7 in conference competition. The Utes beat the Beavers 79-60 on January 5th in Salt Lake City. Utah shot 47.4% from the field and won 8 for 2-0 at the foul line. Oregon State trailed by 8 at halftime and was held to 26 second half points in the loss. The Utes are 18-16 all-time versus the Beavers. Oregon State's perimeter defense has been respectable this season, but its interior defense has really struggled to stop people. The Utes get a lot of scoring opportunities inside and convert at a high rate. Defensively, Utah is in the top 10 nationally when it comes to opponents' field goal percentage. The Beavers' offense ranks 265th nationally with a 43.1% field goal percentage. That's not going to get it done against this strong Utah team. I expect the Utes to dominate in every aspect of the game, and they'll be the more physical team just like they were back on January 5th. I'm siding with Utah in this game because they're more physical and more efficient down low, led by Carlson in the paint. So the Utah Utes to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Oregon State's over-under split this season is 7-12, while Utah's is 8-13. In terms of pace, neither of these teams play very fast. Utah is ranked 198th in adjusted tempo according to Ken Palm, while Oregon State is 313th. In their first meeting this season, there were only a total of 12 fast break points scored. I'm expecting a slow-paced game against this time. Utah has one of the nation's best defenses, and I can't see Oregon State having much success in this matchup offensively. The Utes are only averaging 58.5 points in 4 conference road games this season. Let's keep that trend going on Thursday. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Arizona versus Washington State. The Thursday college basketball slate has 4 matchups featuring ranked teams, including this one here in the Pac-12 as the Washington State Cougars get ready to host the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona enters this one at 17-3 and ranked 6th in the latest AP poll. Washington State is only 9-12, but oddsmakers have them as just a modest 4.5-point favorite. Arizona comes into this game with a 17-3 record, and they have gone 8-11-1 against the spread. In the last game against UCLA, it was actually the defense that was the difference, giving up only 52 points on the way to the 6-point victory. Arizona is averaging 83 points while their defense is giving up 72 points per game. The offense is ranked 13th in the league while the defense is ranked 255th. Azuola's Tubelis is averaging 20 points while shooting 55.8% from the field and 45% from behind the 3-point line. The offense for Arizona has been inconsistent the last month. On the other side of this matchup is Washington State, who sits with a 9-12 record, and they have gone 10-11 against the spread. In the last game against Colorado, Washington State only scored 55 points, and that led to the 3-point loss. TJ Bamba had a strong game, finishing with 18 points. Washington State is averaging 68 points while their defense is giving up 65 points per game. The defense is ranked 71st, and in this game it's going to be important the defense is good. TJ Bamba is averaging 15 points while shooting 43.2% from the field and 35% from behind the 3-point line. I think this spread is closer than it should be just because Washington State beat Arizona early in the year, but that result had fluke written all over it, as Arizona uncharacteristically shot 4-25 from 3-point range. range. The Wildcats have one of the best offenses in the country, with two dominant big men who are both 6'11" or taller and both averaging at least 16 points and 9 rebounds per game. Washington State is coming off back-to-back losses, and their last two wins were against Stanford and California, the two worst teams in the Pac-12. Arizona just beat a highly ranked UCLA team that was riding a 14-game winning streak, so I don't think they will have too much trouble dispatching with a Cougars team that has clearly regressed from last year. I'm just not a big believer in this Washington State offense, especially if they aren't going to be able to count on much from sophomore big man Muhammad Gay. He's normally the team's second leading scorer, but he's coming off a game where he had 0 points and is 6 of 22 from the field over his past two contests. They've got a really low floor on offense and only scored 55 their last time out against Colorado. Washington State has been held to 66 points or fewer in 4 straight games, and even in their most recent win they only mustered 60 against Stanford. The Cougars also ranked 340th nationally out of 363 D1 teams in pace of play according to KenPom. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Arizona State versus Washington. Thursday is a huge day in the Pac-12, as 10 of the conference's 12 teams will be in action. And one of the most interesting games is this showdown here in the Pacific Northwest as the Washington Huskies get ready to host the Arizona State Sun Devils. Arizona State is 15-5 on the year, and oddsmakers have them as a 2.5-point favorite over the Huskies here. Arizona State is 7-1 against the spread in their last 9 Thursday games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games. The over is 6-0 in Arizona State's last 6 games. Washington is 11-2 against the spread in their last 13 Thursday games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 home games. The over is 5-0 in Washington's last 5 games. Arizona State comes into this game with a 6-3 record in conference play and is tied for 3rd place, but is only a slight favorite over Washington. Washington has won 3 of their last 4 games, but those wins came against teams in the bottom 5 of the conference. Those losses were to very good UCLA and USC teams, and right before that they have been cruising. But this play is more a fate of Washington than anything else. The Huskies' recent 3-game winning streak was completely fraudulent, as 2 of those wins came against terrible Stanford and Cal teams. They only beat Cal by 3 points, and the other victory in that span was also by just 3 points. Their last time out they came crashing down to earth, getting smoked by 25 by Utah in a game where they gave up 86. These teams played earlier this season, and Arizona State led by 20 with less than 3 minutes to go. I'm laying the points here with Arizona State, and now is the time to buy low on the Sun Devils coming off back-to-back losses. So the Arizona State Sun Devils to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Per Bart Torvik, the Huskies rank 108th in the country in pace, while the Sun Devils are 167th with 67.5 possessions per 40 minutes. The Sun Devils of Arizona State play the first of 2 games in the Evergreen State against the Huskies of Washington. If Sparky fares as well as it did in the previous 2-game road trip to Oregon, it's going to be a good time. Arizona State won 74-69 at Oregon State on January 14, while pile-driving Oregon by a 90-73 count. More importantly, Arizona State has cashed the over in 6 in a row and 9 of the past 10 games overall. That includes both of the team's road games in the state of Oregon, as well as a trip to San Francisco on December 21st in an out-of-conference game. In fact, since the ball dropped to ring in 2023, Arizona State is a perfect 6 for 6 to the over. The Sun Devils aren't a great scoring team, going for just 72.5 points per game, but it allows 67 points per game to rank 99th in the nation, while allowing 3-pointers at a 31.9% clip to check in 109th. Like Arizona State, it's all about the over for Washington lately. The over has hit in 5 in a row for the Huskies, while going 9-2 in the past 11 games overall. And defensively, Washington has had its issues, allowing 72 or more points in 3 in a row and 7 of the past 9 games overall. The Huskies have managed to allow 70 points per game to rank 190th in the nation. G. Jamal Bey is questionable to play due to an illness, but he is averaging 6 points per game with 3.2 rebounds per game and 1.4 assists per game in his 20 games. Whether he plays or not, it shouldn't really affect the possibility of an over. And not only is the over cashing frequently for both sides lately, but the over has hit in 5 of the past 6 meetings overall dating back to February 1st, 2020, including each of the past 2 meetings in Seattle. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.